GTii upsetting all kinds of people today. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and find out exactly what could be happening for GTii in the coming sessions. What is up, you guys? Thank you so much for stopping by once again on this fine Wednesday night. This is ARCa coming at you with a GTii technicals, raw price action, and statistical threat of analysis. Before we get started, please make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, share the video with a friend so that you and them could consider joining our trading community in Discord called ARCab. With that said, let's dive right into the charts. Okay, you guys, so I need to urge everybody to maybe take a look at larger time frames, you know, like not the 5 minute or the 15 minute or the 1 minute, okay, because you're gonna see huge red candles there and it's gonna just spark emotions, and then ARCa is the enemy. Okay, so make sure that we can look at larger time frames. Okay, look, for example, like here, this is the 3-day chart, and we've been looking at this chart for quite some time. Okay, from the firing of the signal itself, it looks like we have made a 252% move to the upside thus far. Okay, and that is not including from the bottom. We were actually looking at about 47 cents, but it did reach that 45, right? But if you do include that, please take a note here that we've actually moved about 352% to the upside. Guys, there's gonna be a pullback at some point. Okay, so, and the reason why I can say that is because of this. Okay, so let's just go ahead and move this to the side just a little bit, right? I'm gonna put it right there, and I want to show you the comparison of the first candle here on the run up from September. Okay, so you see this candle actually just massively lifted all the way up here, right here. Okay, you see how high it went? It literally went from what's the value here? We went from 69 cents to $1.79. Massive run, and then it lost 60% of what it gained. Okay, from 178 to 105. All right, you guys, so you can imagine whoever was covering GTii right here, oh man, I feel bad for that guy, because I am sure he was getting rocks thrown at him, all kinds of things thrown at him, because he said we were going up, and then it pulled back. So, but look what happened afterward. Okay, so these things are important for us to kind of take a look at as we move. Okay, you guys, please make sure that we can keep our composure, make sure that we can keep our emotions on lock first. Okay, before we throw any larger stones at ARCa. All right, so let's just go ahead and look at the play. Okay, we're talking about momentum versus volatility, and this is essentially how we were able to see the upside coming from days and days before it actually happened, right? Okay, so we need both of the volatility component, represented by BBWP here, and the moving average, both inside of the critical volatility zone, which we're in. Okay, I drew this implied path here to show you what could be needed. Okay, we either do this or we actually go to critical volatility and print these 3-day bars. Okay, because we're on the 3-day chart, so every single 3 days that pass, we print another one. Okay, the other prerequisite was that we needed both of the averages from stochastic momentum to be pivoted towards the upside. And as you can see right here, we're still pivoted towards the upside. Okay, so please know that this is a macro perspective. We're looking at a 3-day chart here. So this is very difficult to kind of manipulate from the shorter time frames. I'm talking about from the hourly, from the 4-hour, from even the 8-hour. Okay, this is very difficult to manipulate when you're looking at lower time frames like that. So another thing that I do have to remind you of is that we're retracing from historical lows. There's only been a couple iterations from which GTii has reversed from. Okay, so that I understand the move to the upside is a huge move that I said that we can, go up to 17, 18 bucks per the 3,202% move to the upside. Okay, but please, I explained to you guys that it's just a statistical metric, right? This right here. So it's not a certainty. So the best way that I can actually explain this to you is like this. Actually, somebody asked me a very important question yesterday on a DM, and I was able to answer it pretty clearly. And I was like, you know what? I think I can actually tell retail. I can explain it to them like this. So imagine you have the weather guy. He's gonna tell you that it's gonna rain tomorrow on Thursday, right? It's gonna rain tomorrow from 8 a.m. to about 4 p.m. So what ended up happening is that it started raining at 10 a.m. all the way to maybe like 1 p.m. Okay, so he was right about it, but the variance was, it was just a statistic. He was giving you based on whatever metrics they, forecast models look at, right? And they were able to come up with the average time for you to expect rain. So instead of getting it at 8 a.m., you got it at 10 a.m. So this is how you should think about these models. It's not, we may not actually reach the 3,200%. I can't tell you that we are for sure, because remember, I used the past as a guide for our future. So that in and of its own, it's actually just sheer proof that it's not a certainty, because I use the past. It's not the future. Okay, it's just a forecast model. So this is why we have to take those things into consideration. First of all, I mean, we have moved above 250% thus far. When look at this iteration here, this one had 107% to the upside. This one here had 1,671. The first one from back here had 39%. So the move that we actually called is already fair. Like we've, we've actually looked at this move coming for a while, and to move 253% to the upside is more than fair. Okay, so yes, we do have a 18,900% move to the upside here. We have a 300% move here, which is very similar to the one we're currently on. But those are the variances that we face. 297% here. Those are the variances that we face when we're applying statistics. Okay, you guys. So please make sure that we can keep those emotions in line. Make sure that if we are in some type of profit, we can always take profits from the top, and we can always re-enter and continue our ascent. All right, you guys, so please know I'm not a financial advisor. Take whatever I do show and iterate within these videos as a form of entertainment only, okay? I can't suggest for you to buy or sell any assets, and I need you to do your own DD, and everything will be just fine, okay, you guys? So now let's look at the Crypstex ARC-Series indicators, as we actually noted a tiny little gap on the last video that we released here. So as you can see, that tiny gap where I was telling you, this is a good sign, as we're moving these daily candles like this, and we're now creating little gaps. Sentiment wasn't ready to let that go. Okay, so look what happened. I mean, I'm gonna zoom in as hard as I can right here. Okay, look what happened. We literally came down to the micro penny of it. It's ridiculous, guys. Come on. So these are things that we have to notice. I understand that we were saying, yes, the upside is imminent, the upside is that, the upside is this, but we also have to look at where we're approaching. Okay, look at this chart here. This one right over here. This is the pennant where we've been riding. Okay, and take a look at where price action went. And it actually faced that rejection. Okay, so this is why I'm saying that the retracements are going to happen. It's just the price action is momentous here, also because there's not much right here for us to stop at. Okay, so there's and all these huge candles right here, so it's kind of a clear way to the upside before we find a relevant support. Okay, so this pennant can actually be better viewed more like in the 12-hour, I think, or in the 12 hours. See, take a look here. This is how I drew that. This is how I drew that pennant. Using this and this as the form of as the areas before I actually had to. I'm sorry. I just used these as the pivot points for me to find that line. Okay, for the pennant. Okay, you guys. So this is it's still happening. It still looks good, and I actually. I'm noticing something here that I really hate to call, because it doesn't have a great hit rate, but since we are in the profile for it, maybe I should, right? So what I'm looking at here is don't take this seriously, okay? Don't take this as serious as as it should be taken, because the hit rate for this formation is not that great. But since we are in an uptrend and we're literally printing this very, very nice hammer at the bottom side of a trend on an 8-hour chart, the upside can be likely. But to tell you the truth, it's just sometimes the second red candle is usually not the one to give us that reversal point. But what I am noticing here nonetheless is a stupid cup and handle. Okay, man, stop. Stop pressuring me to tell you what it is. Okay, so yes, it's a godforsaken cup and handle. Okay, so let's go ahead and gauge a price objective for this. Okay, so we're gonna see if we can actually go to the top of the cup, which could actually be right here, and it looks like a huge, massive double top. Right? It's horrible. That's another formation that has very little hit rate too. Okay, so let's go ahead and apply this price objective to the top of that cup, right? So it's giving us a price objective of about $9.32, which is very much in confluence with the $9 high that we faced, just a few weeks ago or a couple months ago, October, right? So it's interesting that it's giving us that target right there. Okay, sorry, I actually just paused real quick. It's just my boy is asleep, taking his nap. And I thought I heard him. There's literally not even a way that I can actually reach that target, even with the fibs. So let me see if I can even try. Let's see. So we'll take it from the overall swing high to the very swing low, and let's see where we get. Okay, so $7.80 is our 4-spot 618. So yeah, I mean, if the cup and handle does realize, then sure, that's a target to look at. But please remember that the statistical target is actually around $18, $17. Okay, you guys. So in this point, please don't take this too seriously. Okay, the cup and handles don't have that great of a hit rate. All we got to do is just verify where we're going. Okay, Crypstex, which are the indicators that are available to you, they can be acquired by sending me a DM, and I'll give you the details for the subscription packages. Okay, you guys, this is DBSI you're looking at, which is a statistical indicator that takes a note and actually takes a score from every single candle printed on the asset's particular time frame. In this case, a daily chart. Okay, so you can actually see that it's now giving us a score right up here, conveniently located on the top right of your screen, so that we can see the strength of bulls versus the bears. So in this case, we are actually still 90% bulls, 10% bears. Okay, so we're still on that upside continuation thus far. So let's just look at the RSI now for continuation for our analysis right here. Okay, so let's just take a look. Let's see, we're going to be loading the 30-minute immediate short-term time frame. Okay, so let's see. This is suggesting an immediate short-term downside. I'm gonna put up right here this diagram for you guys to just take a look at, as this diagram is the control zones that I would like for you to focus in on, since they're located right here on the chart. Okay, so yes, we are looking at a downside continuation for the 30-minute immediate short term. We are looking at also in the bi-hourly downside continuation as well. But please remember, when I say this often, when we're in these deep areas, the gravitational pull is pretty likely to come right back into the following zone. Okay, so there could be still some upside left in this in the immediate short term, but I actually feel like it's going to be more on the higher term time frames. Okay, after a corrective move, please remember that we've been literally going up for days, and it's been 253%. It's got to take a breather somewhere, guys. There's got to be some type of, I got to take a breath. I got to take a drink of water before I can continue, okay, regardless of our emotions. So the 6-hour time frame is suggesting now a downside continuation, as well as making a bearish cross below the moving average, which is the 14-day period on the pink line. Okay, the purple line is the RSI signal itself. So we are suggesting a continuation to the downside, but we're very much in this border. Okay, so this could signal a potential sideways trading event for now as well. Okay, daily time frame is suggesting some downside as well, but still we have the moving average below us, which could eventually be a type of support before continuing on to the upside. And you know what? Now that let's go ahead and load up the buy daily and just take a look at, okay, buy daily is still suggesting some downside here. It's right in the middle of the bear weakness percentile. That could signal some sideways trading as well. So, okay, so yeah, this is what I mean here. Okay, so this is the 3-day time frame. It's still suggesting upside, and it's bound to cross, make a bullish cross above this 14-day moving average, which is still looking good. Now let's see the 5-day. 5-day still suggesting continuation to the upside. It has now approached the very shallow areas of the bear weakness percentile, which usually means a gravitational pull into bull weakness, is likely. Even the weekly is suggesting upside. Okay, so if we're going to look at a corrective move, and if we're playing by the playbook rules, yeah, we can see a continuation of literally doing this within our candles. Okay, literally doing some sideways, maybe even touching some lower levels before continuing on to the upside. Okay, and I'm talking about maybe the next 2 days, which can present an awesome opportunity for other people who want to go long GTii. Okay, it could literally shoot up to the sky with new buyers. Okay, this is something that we should encourage. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a swing low to the swing high of the day to see what potential supports we have. Okay, so there is the likelihood. Well, actually, let me also load some SMAs. I think I have. No, I don't. Let's go ahead and just load up these SMAs and see what we have. Okay, so yeah, we do have the, let me move this out of the way since that was from today in the morning. So we do have the 7-day exponential moving average located at 112, and we do have the 1.272 at 97 cents for reaccumulation. Okay, there is a possibility to where we can wick all the way to the SMA 10, which is about 92 cents, before continuing on that upside trajectory. Okay, just know that there are supports below us. Okay, so first of all, we used that little tiny gap that we noticed on the previous video as a form of support, and now that the EMA 7 is approaching, we can also use that or the SMA 10 as a support line before continuing on to the upside. Okay, so it's still, I mean, to me, it's still looking good. I'm not getting rid of my positions just yet, even though I'm still up like 55-60%. You know, so I figured I would just swing this play and just let it play out however it happens, because the risk was I mean, I'm saying that the statistical chances were 68% to the upside, so I kind of I wagered, you know what I mean? I made that bet. Okay, you guys, so another relevant support that we have to take a look at here is the SMA 10 on the 12-hour chart, which is about $1.22. So, oh yeah, we have support from the, yeah, we even have support from the EMA 7 right over here at about $1.38. Okay, you guys, and of course, if we do go to that $1.05 area that we were just looking at, did we look at that with the inverse fib? Let's go ahead and pull that chart up one more time. So if we were talking about, yeah, so well, I mean, this is about 110, 111 on the EMA 7. I'm saying this because we have a 105 target based on the channels. You know, I mean, also the other thing is, oh man, now that I'm noticing this is actually more and more clear. Okay, so let me get rid of these SMAs, and this is something that's very important for us to notice. We have broken out of the channel again. Then we have not retraced to test our newly converted resistance into support, which is usually something I mention. Okay, so yeah, this is definitely not going to be like a straight upside shot. We have to play by the rules still. So okay, so there is the high likelihood to where we can actually touch $1.09. And also this top resistance at 103. So 109 to 103 would be my essentially my targets before reaccumulation and then a bounce, which could actually form that handle from the cup. Okay, so nothing is set in stone here, you guys. Please take whatever I do show as just a form of entertainment. Please remember, please don't hesitate to reach out to me on Discord or Twitter. I'll make sure to leave those links in the description below for you to consider joining the ARCa trading community. Okay, you guys, if you want to trade like me, if you want to take a look at charts like these, please consider making an account with TradingView. You'll see the link down below, as I am an accepted affiliate. That actually does help me out with my future of trading. Okay, you guys, but with that said, I wish you well, a very good night, and I will catch you at the bell mañana. Adios.